Peru. Lens, Bloomberg News. Guano remains a highly prized fertilizer, and Peru is at the top of the field thanks to the gigantic quantity of oily anchovies that guano birds feast on, which makes their dung valuable, and the unusual nature of Peru's desert coast. It never rains, so the guano just piles up. By Lucian Chauvin, Washington Post. Lima, Peru. Bird droppings are a nuisance for most people, but in Peru they have been a closely guarded treasure since pre-Columbian times. Guano, a Gentler word for dung, is one of the few words in English derived from Quechua, the language of the Incas. The Incas used guano harvested from islands that dot Peru's 1,500-mile coastline as fertilizer. They fiercely guarded the source, and execution was the ultimate punishment for anyone who disturbed the seabirds or the islands where they deposited dung. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Teed's execution is off the table today, but not much else has changed. The Peruvian government maintains strict control over the islands, which are part of a coastal protected reserve. Guano remains a highly prized fertilizer, and Peru is at the top of the field thanks to the gigantic quantity of oily anchovies that guano birds feast on, which makes their dung valuable, and the unusual nature of Peru's desert coast. It never rains, so the guano just piles up. Guano is harvested much the same way it was hundreds of years ago, with a squadron of workers manually scraping, sifting and bagging it. The government, through a division of the Agriculture and Irrigation Ministry, selects about 400 men each year to work 8 months as harvesters. More than 60% of the workers return from one harvest to the next, and many are relatives. The work is limited to 1 or 2 islands, sometimes 3, in each campaign. Start your day with the news you need from the Bay Area and beyond. Sign up for our Morning Report weekday newsletter. The islands are chosen after an evaluation by biologists to guarantee that no birds are nesting. The harvest target this year is about 20,000 tons of guano. The yearly campaign was just past the halfway mark in June. Each year, squadrons of workers manually scrape, sift and bag the bird guano from islands off the coast of Peru. Peru. Lens, Bloomberg News. The work is grueling. Teams use picks, shovels and brooms to loosen the guano, which is several yards thick in some spots. Machinery cannot be used because of the rugged and dung-slick terrain, and because it would spook the birds. Workers earn 2,400 soles, about $750 a month, more than double the average national monthly income of about $300. They would earn much less in the farming villages where they are recruited, including Cajamarca, the country's poorest state. They generally work 8-hour shifts and receive meals and health insurance. The majority of the guano stays in Peru and is sold locally at a subsidized rate to help boost production for small-scale farmers. About 25% of it is sold at market value either in Peru or abroad. AD Quality Auto 360p 720p 1080p. You might also have a place in Singapore? Earn money by hosting. Booking.com. 1 o'clock. Shape a happier tomorrow with Toshiba Solutions. Toshiba APAC VNTUC Income Insurance Provider in Singapore. Singapore Water Company's tap runs dry amid debt crisis. Nikkei Asian Review. Learn about 2FLNEYEQ Plus and new Similac formula. Abbott family. Osaka quake exposes Japan's aging infrastructure. Nikkei Asian Review. Kim Kardashian shares full frontal nude photos as MercuryNews.com. Is Tom Arnold teaming with Cohen to bring down Trump? MercuryNews.com. NBA Draft. Warriors select Jacob Evans with no 28 pick. MercuryNews.com. Recommended by